With potential whiteout conditions looming in our future, we are getting close to football at snowy Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Now the former Volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And just not enough on the throw there. Got around his feet and incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Panther 60, 65, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To the air goes Daniels. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The CD here, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number has probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, Smith. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 6.
It's a gain of 6.
Daniels looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now Daniels going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a 1st, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Well, that's not just his 1st, not his 2nd, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brashard Smith with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Browns, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves you out that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2nd and 9.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Come on. Set. Viking 18. Cowboys.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Mustang 19.
To throw, it's Milton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Gravity Lions. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dylan Sampson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Smith up the middle. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Here we go, set.
To throw is Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing now is Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Here's Daniels. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him. They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Cougar 19.
Now Daniels. Over the middle, complete. It's Lane. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. A gain of 14.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The stop made by Myles Garrett.
18 Cardinal, 18
A loss
Cardinal.
of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Daniels toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
19 Charger, 19 Charger, leading.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Cougar 19, 19.
Throwing is Milton. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, right?
Play action, now it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And Excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I
think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Smith will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Rig alert! Rig alert!
They'll try to sneak, and he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there, and they did it successfully.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Milton. This is taken in by McBride. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now.
Milton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
19 sight. Dragon 60. Coogan, go.
To throw is Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's complete to McBride. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Okay, ready? 19 Lions. 70. 60 Bison. 60 Mustang 19.
The final shot before break. Milton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here's Milton now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
No gain on the play. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Milton. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
Lions, 18 Pioneers, 70 Lions.
Operating from the gun, Milton. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
26 yards.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Ready.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Here we go. Set. Let's go.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready.
Second and 13. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Delgado. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Round 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
19 Lions. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw now on first down. Checks this down to Sampson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Milton. That's taken in by Franklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again. He'll swing this out to Sampson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Get it. 18. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
It's a turnover on
Mustang
down.
19. 19. Here we go. Ready, right?
They go play action. Daniels. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. The extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Let's go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. It could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Commanders stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Gain of 6. That's good for a Browns.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Back to throw. Milton. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Gain of 6. That's another Browns first down.
Looking to throw. Milton. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Julian Love picks it. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
2nd and 10.
To 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard
Here we go.
line.
Set. 65-6. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A first down carry for Smith. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the Browns 36-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. 3rd and 4.
Come on. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Daniels looking to throw. He's got his receiver, Lane. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
3-yard line.
70 Lions. Go.
That's to Lane. He's got it outright. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive of a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he is going to be stopped here for no gain.